In last class, I explained that is cooperative societies. Today in this class, I am going to explaining you that is next form of business organization, that is joint stock company. From this topic, you may expect totally 11 marks. 1 marks question is 1, 2 marks question is 1, and 8 marks question is 1. This is a very important topic for the examination point of view. In this topic, we are going to learning meaning of joint stock company, definition of joint stock company, and features of joint stock company, merits and demerits of joint stock company, and the last topic in the joint stock company, that is types of joint stock company. Let us learn more about the joint stock company. That is, first one is meaning of joint stock company. Before I'm going to explaining of meaning of joint stock company, I would like to give an introduction for joint stock company. Compared to all other forms of business organization, that means you have already learned, that is sole proprietorship, partnership firm, HUF family business, and cooperative society. Compared to all these forms of business organization, the joint stock company will going to taking a large scale operation, and also the joint stock company will going to collecting the capital from the public by issuing the shares. What is called share? That means dividing the capital into the small parts is called shares. The public will going to purchasing the shares. After, the public will going to become shareholder for a company. I'll give a best example how that the company will going to dividing this capital. For example, the company they want to collect the capital for 1 lakh rupees. This 1 lakh rupees they'll not collecting from the one person, they'll going to dividing this 1 lakh rupees as 1000 rupees each. That means 1000 rupees each shares, the 10,000 public they'll going to subscribe. Understood? In a way that we can collect the capital by issuing the shares from the public. And also in joint stock company, the decision is taken by the board of director. The board of director will elected from the shareholders. Let us learn the meaning of joint stock company. A company can be described as an artificial person having a separate legal entity and perceptual succession and common seal. That means a company is an association of person or artificial of person. That means you have learned a joint stock company or a partnership firm or a Hindu undivided family. There the business is carried by the person, and also the registration they're going to do that according to that act. But in joint stock company, artificial person is nothing but here this artificial person we cannot see, we cannot touch, but in business that person has been exist is nothing but it is a according to the law they are going to starting the business. It is called artificial person. Natural person we can see, we can touch, but the artificial person we cannot see. That means artificial person is nothing but according to the law the joint stock company will going to start. It is called artificial person. And coming to the separate legal entity, that means in joint stock company, separate legal entity is nothing but the business is separated from the owners. For example, in sole proprietorship, they have that Ramu is carrying the business. We can call it as a Ramu business. But in joint stock company, for example, the Infosys Narayan Murthy sir, they started that business. We cannot call it as a Narayan Murthy company. We can call it as a Infosys company. I think you have got it. That means it is separated from the owner. That means Narayan Murthy has started the Infosys, but it is separated from the owner. It is called separate legal entity. perceptual succession is nothing but, even if that in sole proprietorship, if the single person will going to take a death, the business will close. Even the partnership firm, it will continue for some period of time, and cooperative society, it will continue for a long period of time. Like in joint stock company also, if the shareholder will going to taking a death, it does not affecting to the company. This joint stock company will going to continue for a long period of time. It is called perceptual succession and common seal. That means I already explained that is artificial person. That means the person will going to act in the form of seal. By if you want to taking any approval for the document in a company, they want to put compulsory a seal. It is called common seal. With all this factor, we can call it as joint stock company. That means artificial person having separate legal entity and perceptual succession and common seal. For example, the joint stock companies like Infosys company, ITC company, Wipro company, etc. These are the examples for the joint stock company. Let us learn the definition of joint stock company. This you can expect for 2 marks in the examination. This definition is given by Professor Haney. According to Haney, they said that the joint stock company is a voluntary association of individual for profit, having a capital divided into transferable shares, the owners of a, which is the condition of membership. That means a joint stock company, if they want to start a joint stock company, anyone can come and they can participate by taking or by purchasing the shares. After they are going to become shareholder. And also the main objective of joint stock company is earning of profit. It is not providing any services to the public. The main motto, main objective is earning of profit. And also here the capital is collecting in the form of shares. The company will going to dividing this capital into small parts. I already given an example. Shares is dividing the capital in a small parts is called shares. And also ownership of, which is condition of membership. If you want to become a board of director, there should be a condition or there should be some rules and regulation. This definition is said by Haney. And next is features of joint stock company. This you can expect for 8 marks. They have the totally 8 points, 8 features. First one is artificial person, second one separate legal entity, and third one is formation, and fourth one perceptual succession, fifth one control, and sixth one liability, and next one common seal, and last one is risk bearing. Let us learn in detail the features of joint stock company. Already you have learned the meaning of joint stock company. In meaning of joint stock company, you have learned artificial person, separate legal entity, perceptual succession, and common seal. This all that 4 points will come into the features. Let us learn first one, artificial person. That means a artificial person is created by the law and exists independent of its members. Like natural person of a company can own the property, incur debts, borrow the money, enter into the contract. Like even if that the artificial person also can run in a business. That means here you want to understand that is the 2 word, artificial person and natural person. Artificial person or coming to that natural person. Natural person we can see, we can touch. Like for example, in sole proprietorship, Ramu started a business. Ramu is a natural person. When coming to that artificial person, the Narayan Murthy, they registered the company name, it called Infosys. The Infosys, it act as a artificial person. This we cannot see. That means the person will not exist. But in business, the person is very important. Understood? This is called artificial person. This artificial person is created by the law, and also they can do that property on his name, and they can borrow the money on his name, and they can enter into that any contract in a business is called artificial person. In simple, artificial person is nothing but this person is exist, or we can registered according to the law. It is called artificial person. Coming to that second point is separate legal entity. I already told that if you started or if you are registered a joint stock company, from that on particular time itself only, it is separated from owners and management. It is called separate legal entity. That means it is separated from the owners and the management. That means we cannot call it as a owner name for a business. It is because of the artificial person. It is called separate legal entity. You can see that in this picture I have given that separate legal entity. Regarding to that, when at the time of register or incorporation, on particular time only it is separated from the owners and shareholders. And next point is formation. That means how you can start the joint stock company. What is the rules and regulation? That means the formation or the starting of joint stock company, it takes too much of time. That is time consuming and also most expensive. That means if you want to get a incorporation certificate, you want to pay that more amount. That means they have that some restriction, and you have to prepare n number of document. That means more or preparation of several document. They have that more legal formalities to start the joint stock company, and also you have to follow the rules and regulation according to the Indian Companies Act 2013 or in the previous one. The previous one is nothing but Companies Act 1956. You have to follow the rules and regulation of according to this act. You have to start the joint stock company. When coming to that conclusion, the formation of joint stock company is it is too much of time consuming and more expensive, and they have that more legal formalities. It is called formation. And next one, post-substantial succession. That means this joint stock company is created by the law, and also if you want to close that, you have to close the business according to the law itself only, according to the legal formalities itself only. Even if that any shareholders will going to taking a death, does not affecting to the joint stock company. The joint stock company will going to run for a long period of time. It is called post-substantial succession. And next one is control. That means you have seen that previous forms of business organization, that is in sole proprietorship, the controlled by the single person. In HUF family, controlled by the Karta. In partnership, is controlled by active partner or else all other partners. In cooperative society is controlled by the board of director. Like in joint stock company also, the management or the business activities or the decision will going to taken by the board of director. and this board of director will be in the top management. In management we have the three levels: top level, middle level and lower level. The shareholder the board of director will come in the top level management. That means the board of director is elected from the shareholder. This board of director will taking all the decisions in a joint stock company, is responsible to the shareholders. It is called control. And also in day-to-day activities the shareholder will not going to participate. This all that information should be delivered or should give to the shareholder is the responsible of a board of directors. You can just see that in a picture. They have that a board of director, how that room will be allocated, that I have given the picture. And next one, our next feature is liability. You have learned in the all other forms of business organization, that is in sole proprietorship they have that unlimited liability, HUF family, Karta having unlimited liability, co-partners having limited liability, partnership firm, partners should having unlimited liability, minor should have limited liability, cooperative society having limited liability. Like in joint stock company also the shareholder having limited liability. If suppose Kumar is a shareholder, is invested 500 rupees in a Infosys company, the Kumar having only the limited liability. That means how much he has purchased that share, that much only is responsible. Is not at the time of loss, is not able to sell his personal property. Understood? He having only the limited liability. In joint stock company the liability status of shareholders is limited liability. And next one is common seal. That means a company may or may not have a common seal. If company has a common seal, it must be affixed to the document such as agreement of a company. In a company there will be some document. For that document the common seal is a very important. If does not having a common seal, that is not approval by the board of directors. That means when you want to take decision, that decision will be final decision on particular time. In if any document, on that document you have to put a seal, that is called common seal. The common seal is a very important in a joint stock company. It may be public company or private company. It is called common seal. This seal will be like a rubber stamp. Here I have given the picture example for the common seal. This seal is a very important for in joint stock company. And next is risk bearing. That means in joint stock company how that risk will going to sharing among the shareholders. In sole proprietorship the risk will going to entire risk will taking by the single person, and in partnership firm the risk will going to sharing among the partners, and in each family the risk more risk should be having by the karta, and also cooperative society the risk will going to sharing among the members of a society. Here the risk or losses in a company should be sharing among the shareholders. Understood? That means even if that how much of the risk is there in a company, the risk will be going to sharing among the shareholders. Keep it in mind, here in joint stock company they have that there is no limited in a membership. In public company there is no limited, there is no compulsory that members, it is an unlimited membership. But in private company they have that only certain members should be required. I will explain you in a detail in types of company. Understood? This is called risk bearing. That means the risk will be sharing among the shareholders in joint stock company. In the next class, I'll going to explaining you that is merits and demerits of joint stock company. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಮೋಟಿವೇಶನಲ್ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ. ಒಂದು ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ಮಹಾರಾಜ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ. ಆ ಮಹಾರಾಜ ರಾಜ್ಯವನ್ನು ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರಜೆಗಳನ್ನು ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಕೆಲವು ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಮಹಾರಾಜನಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಅಪರೂಪದ ಕಾಯಿಲೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಮಹಾರಾಜನಿಗೆ ದೇವರಲ್ಲಿ ನಂಬಿಕೆನೇ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಮತ್ತು ದೇವರು ಅಂದರೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಕೂಡ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಇವನಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ದಿರೋ ಹಾಗೆ ಮಹಾರಾಣಿ ಮತ್ತು ಮಂತ್ರಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸೇರಿ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಇವನ ಹೆಸರಲ್ಲಿ ಪೂಜೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಮಹಾರಾಜ ಹುಷಾರಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇದೇ ಥರ ಕೆಲವು ವರ್ಷಗಳಾದಮೇಲೆ ತುಂಬ ಡಿಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾಯಿಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನರಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ. ಈ ಮಂತ್ರಿ ಈ ಮಹಾರಾಜನ ಕಾಯಿಲೆಯನ್ನು ಯಾರು ವಾಸಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹುಡುಕ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ. ಎಷ್ಟೋ ವೈದ್ಯರು ಕೂಡ ಬಂದರೂ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೂ ಕೂಡ ಅದು ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇದೇ ಥರ ಪೂರ್ವ ದಿಕ್ಕಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ಸಂತ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ, ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿ. ಆ ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿ ವೈದ್ಯ ಕೂಡ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಅವನನ್ನು ಕರೀತಾರೆ, ಬನ್ನಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಹಾರಾಜನಿಗೆ ಈ ಥರ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ, ಕಾಯಿಲೆ ಬಿದ್ದುಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ, ನೀವು ಬಂದು ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅವನು ಬರ್ತಾನೆ, ಮಹಾರಾಜನ ನೋಡ್ತಾನೆ ಮತ್ತು ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಹಾರಾಜನಿಗೆ ದೇವರಲ್ಲಿ ನಂಬಿಕೆಯೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಕಾಯಿಲೆ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಗುಣ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಹೌದು ಸ್ವಾಮಿ, ಮಹಾರಾಜನಿಗೆ ದೇವರು ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂಚೂರು ಇಷ್ಟ ಇಲ್ಲ ಮತ್ತು ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಆಯಿತು, ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಇವತ್ತೆಲ್ಲ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಮಹಾರಾಜನಿಗೆ ಏನು ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಾಳೆ ದರ್ಬಾರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಮಾರನೇ ದಿನ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಆ ಸಂತ ಅಥವಾ ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿ ಬರ್ತಾನೆ. ಅವನು ಬಂದು ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಹಾರಾಜನ ಕಾಯಿಲೆ ವಾಸಿ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಒಂದು ತುಂಬ ಘೋರವಾದಂಥ ಒಂದು ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟೇ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಹಾರಾಜ ವಾಸಿ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ಟು ಆ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗೆ ನಾಲ್ಗೆನೇ ಬರ್ತಾಯಿಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ, ನನಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಭಯ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಂತ್ರಿ, ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿ, ಎಷ್ಟೇ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕೆಲಸ ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಆಗ ಸಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಆ ವೈದ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ ಹೇಳೋಕ್ಕಾಗ್ತಾಯಿಲ್ಲ, ಭಯ ಆಗ್ತಾಯಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ಮಂತ್ರಿ ತುಂಬ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಹೇಳಿ, ನೀವು ನಮ್ಮ ಮಹಾರಾಜ ಗುಣ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಆಯಿತು, ಏನಪ್ಪ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು 7 ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಹುಡುಗರು ಇರ್ತಾರೋ ಬಾಲಕರನ್ನು ನೀವು ಅವ್ರ ತಲೆ ಕಡ್ದು ಆ ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂಥ ರಕ್ತವನ್ನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಹಾರಾಜನಿಗೆ ಅಭಿಷೇಕ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಆಗಷ್ಟೇ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಹಾರಾಜ ಉಳಿತಾನೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಶಾಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಯ್ಯೋ, ಏನಿದು ಈ ಥರ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ರಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಇರುವಂಥ 7 ವರ್ಷದ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ತಾಯಂದಿರು ಕೂಡ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಶಾಪ ಆಗ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಮಹಾರಾಜನಿಗೆ. ನೀನು ಬದುಕಿದ್ರೆ ಬದುಕು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಸತ್ತರೆ ಸಾಯಿ, ಸತ್ತರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಉಳಿತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಶಾಪ ಆಗ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡಂಥ ಮಹಾರಾಜ, ಈ ವಿಷಯ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತೆ ಮಹಾರಾಜನಿಗೆ. ಮಹಾರಾಜ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಮಂತ್ರಿಗೆ, ನಾನು ಸತ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರ ಬಾಲಕರ ತಲೆನ ಕಡಿಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಆಜ್ಞೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಈ ಥರ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದಿನಗಳ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಮಹಾರಾಜ ವಾಸಿಯಾಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಆಶ್ಚರ್ಯ ಆಗೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಮಹಾರಾಜ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ವಾಸಿಯಾಗೋದಾ ಅಂತ. ಈ ಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆ ಸಂತನನ್ನು ಕರೆಸ್ತಾರೆ, ಆ ವೈದ್ಯನ. ಏನು ಇಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಹಾರಾಜರು ವಾಸಿ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ಇದರಿಂದ ಸೀಕ್ರೆಟು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಆಗ ಸಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಹಾರಾಜರು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಅವರ ದೇಹದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು, ಅದರಿಂದ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಹಾರಾಜರಿಗೆ ಅಂಥ ಕಾಯಿಲೆ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು. ನಾನೇನು ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ದೇವರಿಗೆ ನಂಬಿಕೆಯೇ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಈ ಥರದ ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅವರ ಮೈಂಡನ್ನು ಡೈವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡದೆ, ಆಗ ಮಹಾರಾಜರು ದೇಹದ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಟ್ಟಂಥ ಒಂದು ನಂಬಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ಅವರು ಪ್ರಜೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ವೀಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಸೇವೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡೋದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಡೈವರ್ಟ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಇದರಿಂದ ಅವರು ಗುಣಮುಖರಾದರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದರಿಂದ ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ತಿಳಿತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಕಷ್ಟಗಳೇ ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ನಾವು ಕೊರಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. ಆ ಕಷ್ಟಗಳನ್ನು ಹೊರಗಿನ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ಬೇರೆಯವರ ಕಷ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಷ್ಟ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಏನೇನೂ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ತುಂಬ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಷ್ಟನೇ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಬಾರ್ದು. ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಷ್ಟ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೋ ಅದು ಏನೇನೂ ಅಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಮ ಕಷ್ಟಗಳನ್ನು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ತಲೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬದುಕ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ನಡೆಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. ಅದರಿಂದ ಈ ಕಷ್ಟಗಳಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಬದುಕಬಾರ್ದು. ಆ ಕಷ್ಟಗಳನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಮೈಂಡನ್ನು ಡೈವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಡೈವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಈ ಕಥೆನ ಹೇಳಿ ಮುಗಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ.